foreign, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Georgia, Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. From Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Gurley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Gurley now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
When you throw it as often as Matt Ryan does, you're going to face some pressure, and he tied for the most sacks last year with 48 as he got sacked there again. But he also led the league in completions. A little bit of feast and famine when Matt Ryan goes back into the pocket.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He fires his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Carson on the carry.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. This is Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
The Seahawk field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, Falcons 0.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. Looking for his line back, and he's got it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. Now look at this, big game. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment here in Pace.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. In the double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man complete. Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 89 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 55 yards.
20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Ryan. Ryan hit it, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
Falcons field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
1st down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 6.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf, and when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. But as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
At the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. They go read option with Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
The Falcons' 1-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. So late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old...
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Crease here as he's past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for them.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. Nice loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And the Seahawks.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Touchdown
DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And all he takes off with, it's a fake. Down the numbers, there he goes. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
21, Todd Gurley.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a game.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Ryan. And it's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
He's brought down by...
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he is down deep in the Seattle territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 42 yards. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now Gurley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Todd Gurley.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Ryan. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Third and goal.
This likely a must-have, third and goal. From the gun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carson. And some room to work. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Another carry down for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. On first down, it's Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run there by Gurley, 42 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Falcons 17.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10.
Complete.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They get this out left, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Seahawks 38, Falcons 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to get a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
The 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta.